I, Ankita Shah, analyst at Elara Capital, welcomes the entire team of RVNL to Ashwamedh in Elara Capital's annual investor conference 2021. We are very pleased to host the management of the RVNL on this call. It is a exclusive call only for institutional investors. And we would like, sir, to start with your opening remarks about the company, recent developments, and the outlook going forward. And post that, we will take question and answers. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ankita. Before giving the brief introduction of RVNL and Indian Railways, I will say a few statistics that Indian Railway is having about 68,000 route kilometers. We are carrying about 22,000 passenger trains, meaning thereby 23 million tons, 8479 freight trains, which is about 33 million tons, equivalent to 1200 million tons per annum. Now, if you see the statistics for the last 70 years, in 1951, Indian Railway used to carry 73 million tons, which has gone up to 1200 million tons. And by 2024, we have got a target of carrying the traffic of 2024 million tons. And in respect to that, if you see the railway infrastructure developments over these 70 years, the figures are astonishing. Like in the year 1950, we were having a route kilometer of 51,000, which has gone up to 68,000 route kilometers. That is only about 23% higher. And then if you see the passenger traffic, it has gone up by 1600%. Goods traffic, it has gone by 1600%. The capacity augmentation, that is the doubling and the third line project, it has gone up by 400%. So there was a deficit in the railway infrastructures. So to bridge the gap of this railway infrastructures, then the Honorable Prime Minister Bharat Ratna, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, on 15th August 2002 announced NRVY, National Rail Vikas Yojana, and it was basically incorporated in December 2002. And to implement NRVY, RVNL was created on 24th January 2003. That is approximately 18 years plus old. In order to bridge the railway infrastructure deficit, this company was formed on 24th January 2013. So it is about 18.5 years. It has got mini Ratna status in the year 2013, and it is under process for acquisition of Navratna status. As per the Department of Public Enterprises rating, for the last 9 years, it has been rated as excellent. And last 2 years for which results are awaited, that is FY20 and FY21. And as per the performance, this is again going to be excellent. Now, if you see the physical performance and the financial performance, till date, we have completed more than 13,000 route kilometers of railway infrastructure. This company is known as the executing arm and extended arm of Ministry of Railways. Ministry of Railway has assigned 183 projects, out of which we have completed 102 number of projects and handed over for operation by Ministry of Railways. We have executed the first metro by our RVNL. We had commissioned more than 200 stations in the FY21, and cumulative numbers is about 750 such stations. We have completed 10 number of turnkey projects, and all such turnkey projects have completed in record time. We are doing approximately 30% of the railway electrification done by Ministry of Railways. In FY21, we had 1,700 route kilometers, which is approximately 28% of the total RE done by Ministry of Railways, which is about 40% of all combined. For the railway infrastructure capacity augmentations, we had done.
Sir, we are losing your voice in between.
we had.
Yeah, this is much better. When you are moving, the voice goes away actually.
Speak louder. I will speak louder.
Yeah.
Basically exceeded all the physical and the financial parameters in FY21 comparison to FY20 despite of the COVID. If you see the financial performance, we had crossed the turnover of 15,000 crores for the first time. We had crossed the 1,000 crore of profit before tax for the first time. 2 years back, we had crossed the turnover of 10,000 crores. The net worth is touching about 5,000 crores. And we have got a CAGR of about 26.67% in last 5 years. And before this COVID year, the CAGR was about 36%. The key strength of this company has been the expertise in undertaking all stages of project life cycle for the railway infrastructure. We have undertaken diverse categories of the project with an asset-light model. We have established financial track record. We have got experienced board, team managerial personnel, and skillfully trained workforce. We are confident to execute all kinds of railway infrastructures. And if you see the performance of this company, we contribute about 30 to 35% of the railway infrastructures as far as completion and commissioning are concerned. So this is the brief background about this company. We have got another model of execution and basically project development that we call special purpose vehicles. And we have got 5 number of special purpose vehicles which are in operation stage or nearing to the completion stage. And we are in the process of making 8 such number of special purpose vehicles which are at different stages of planning and doing the feasibility and the bankability and DPR. So this is about RVNL. Now we are ready to take the questions and then we can answer also.
Hello.
Yes, Kirti, please go ahead. Kirti, you have a question?
Yeah, can I ask?
Yeah.
Start करता हूँ मतलब basically.
Yeah. Just a second. So, sir, can I ask project-wise question, sir?
Yes. Any question? No problem.
Yeah. Sir, my first question is with regard to this Mundra Palanpur. So, has the electrification work completed, sir?
I will just qualify it. It's basically Palanpur to Samakhiali. What we are doing electrification, this is a part of our SPV, which is called Kutch Railway Limited. So
correct, sir.
That we are targeting to complete the electrification. The work is really progressing well, and by March 2022, we are planning to commission it, and we are very confident of it. Things are moving in a very, very satisfactory and proper.
Okay.
I just wanted to add one thing that this railway infrastructure which you are talking about, railway electrification or doubling of that particular section, it is being done by the revenue generated by this special purpose vehicle.
Okay. So my second question is with regard to railway capex. Given the COVID challenges, do you expect the railways will spend the planned capex, or will it be higher because of steel inflation, or will it be lower? How do you see the scenario? There is one positive thing for railways for capex to be higher, and second thing is COVID challenges out there, which would have hampered the execution in Q1. So how you see the capex, sir, in rail?
One thing we should appreciate that the capex for the current financial year has been raised by almost 33% to 2,15,000 crore as against 1,60,000 crore spent last year. So definitely it's challenging, but all the executing agencies associated with Ministry of Railways are living up to this challenge, and the initial signs are very promising. And I'm very confident as far as RVNL is concerned, we will definitely achieve the capex given to us. And secondly, this first quarter, whatever COVID was there, fortunately, it has not affected us as adversely as the first wave affected, although it was more devastating. But the execution part, it did not affect so adversely. So I am confident that this capex definitely will be achieved, not only by RVNL, but also by all the other stakeholders who are involved in this capex.
Sir, if you see the performance of the Q1 period, the turnover was 3,869 crores, which was approximately 32% higher with respect to the previous financial year. And now, if you see the Q1 performance of the last 3 years and the overall performance of the financial year, in the year 2018-19, there was a factor of 5.43, which was a 5.11 in the next financial year. And previous financial year, it was 5.29. So if you consider a factor of 5, so this will become 19,000 crores. So if we get the smooth flow of the fund from the Ministry of Railways, we are going to have a capex of 19,000 crores, 18,000 plus crores.
Sir, then my question is with regard to tendering activity in railways. How do you see the tendering activity, sir? Like, will we see complex project like Rishikesh, Karan Prayag sort of projects coming in tendering in the coming next 12 months, sir? What is your view on the tendering activities with regard to railway infrastructure?
Definitely, once the capex increases, it leads to more works getting into the pipeline. Definitely, tendering activities will increase. And as far as projects like Rishikesh Karan Prayag is concerned, I think the presently ministry's focus is on strengthening the existing infrastructure. So a lot of stress is given for doublings, third lines, railway electrification, which will give immediate benefit for additional movement of freight and which will really help the economy. So instead of big ticket projects, I think more focus presently looks towards strengthening the existing infrastructure.
And for Rishikesh Karnaprayag project, all the tenders have been awarded. It is a 120.
So that is what we want to convey regarding your question.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, KP. We have the next question from the line of Pranay Zaveri. You can unmute your line and go ahead.
Hi, sir. Hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Sir, I have a basic question in terms of the change in the head of ministry, the new minister coming in. If you can just spare some time on basically how are things looking, how are things changed in terms of their vision or their statement going forward. If you can just throw some light, that would be really helpful.
Definitely, with the joining of a new minister, a new energy has come because Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, the present minister, he's an excellent combination of technical. He has got technical background. He has got administrative background of being in IAS, and then combined with he has worked brilliantly in private sector. So he is the best man now to give real energy to this ministry. and I'm sure things will move quite fast. And the initial what reviews have been held by the Honorable Minister, it gives a very clear sense of direction and a clear message that we have to perform much better than what we have been doing till now. So I see a really a very positive movements on all fronts under the stewardship of present Honorable Minister Borrell.
Sir, in terms of awarding of tracks, like we get on the nomination basis also. So, do you see that uh, the rates what we get would have some effect going forward in terms of it could change negatively for our company?
See, as far as RVNL is concerned, it has got a sufficiently robust order book, and we will mold ourselves to whatever policies are made by ministry and whatever is the policies of the government. See, we will mold ourselves accordingly. This is a very dynamic organization. It has got a very flexible approach. So it is ready for any sort of situation. And I'm very confident that we'll excel in any type of situation, whatever is available. Of course, we have been getting projects on nomination. And,
sorry, sir. Sorry, I couldn't. Sorry, I couldn't hear the answer. I think the voice was quite feeble. Sorry.
I'll repeat it. So, am I audible now?
Extremely sorry, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can be a little louder, would be really helpful, sir.
See, what I want to say that as far as RVNL is concerned, it has got a robust order book of around 65,000 crores presently. And whatever is the policy of the Ministry of Railways, definitely we will be positive about it, and we will plan accordingly. Additionally, we are looking out for more opportunities in the areas where we have not treaded so far. So we are ready for any situation, and definitely we will continue to perform exponentially the way we have been performing in the past.
Okay, sir. I'll come back in. Thank you.
Thanks, Pranay. Sir, I have a couple of questions. So basically, sir, help me understand one thing first. That when you say that you get 8.5% gross margins, it is gross, and in case there is an escalation in the project, then what happens? Do we get on the revised price, or do we get on the old price? So, I mean, just to give an example, like we get 8.5% on say a 100 rupee project. Okay. Now, if the project gets escalated to say 120, then do we get 8.5% on 100, or do we get on 120? 8.5% on nomination project.
Yeah, it is on 120.
On 120. So now our 60, you last mentioned on the call, I think 75,000 crore of order book, and now you're saying 65. So what is the revision that has happened? Because that's not the execution that you deducted.
No, I'm sorry, it may be 70. I just mentioned 65% because as we go on spending, the figure keeps on changing. We can take it as 70,000.
Okay. So on this 70,000 crore, this is revised for the cost at current market prices, or it is still on the old cost?
No, it is on the revised.
So
it is the anticipated expenditure.
Right. So when you would have received these orders, ideally, then these projects would have been at a lower cost, right? And now after revision, now it currently stands at 75,000 crore. So does that mean optically you are making better than 8.5% margin on an absolute basis? On an absolute basis, your margins are better. Because अगर ये project पहले अगर 100 रुपए का था, and if there would be a mix of projects and now it is say the revised price of like 120, then does it mean that on an absolute level you are making better margin, and on a combined you will make actually better than 8.5%? So was my question clear?
Your question is clear. Whether you were able to hear what Mr. A.K. Chaudhary mentioned, you were not
No.
able to.
No,
So
not at all.
we will, I think we'll repeat it.
See, Gita, the system of making estimate for a work. Now, am I audible?
Yes, yes, now you are audible. Yes.
So the standard system of making estimate for any project cost is, it is done at the current price, means when the estimate is being formed. And price variation in an inflationary economy like us, it will be a natural part of it.
Right.
But our estimation does not include any future price variation. So a project cost from going from 100 to 120 is beyond our control or beyond anybody's control.
Right.
And it is not intended that we make it 120 unnecessary so that we are more management fee. It is natural process and we get compensated for that. Even our contractors get a benefit of price variation. When we give our tender at 100 rupees, if prices have gone up, they will also get 120. That is how we get 8.5 on 100. This is a natural process of the economics.
So effectively, we don't make anything better than because the prices have been revised to current prices.
No, we don't get anything on our own. We don't get. It's the economy of the country is going up, so that comes like that.
So an easy way of understanding is that although when we get escalation from railways, or the contractor will also demand extra, so
Yeah.
the margin will continue to be 8.5 only.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, yes.
Is that the right way of understanding?
Yes.
Okay, okay, got it. Fine. Also, sir, a lot of questions keep coming on the outlook going forward, because our order book is very healthy at 70,000 crore, providing almost 5-time book-to-bill visibility. Easily, we can do 20-25% revenue CAGR for the next 3 years. But the key thing is what beyond 3 years. Now, a couple of concerns that as an investor community we have, even if we look at the National Rail Plan, it shows there core infrastructure upgradation work of 40,000 crore of planned expenditure is there till FY25. Beyond that, it is actually going down to almost like 15-20,000 crore, hopefully, because by then our entire network would be largely upgraded. Then what happens to the opportunity or to the work that RVNL gets? Because we are secure till FY25. What beyond that? So that is one from the railway side. And you've highlighted a couple of times about the non-railway projects that we are bidding for. So could you please give us update on there also, how we are progressing?
We have signed one MOU.
Yeah, better.
So only couple of days back, we have signed an MOU with NHAI. There is a subsidiary of NHAI named National Highway Logistics Management Limited. And it is 100% subsidiary of NHAI for the multi-modal logistic parks. And this is under Bharat Mala Pariyojana MMLPs.
and world-class logistics aggregation and disaggregation points are being developed. So basic idea is this is basically will be at 35 locations. The major places of the country, covering the entire country. For example, Cochin, Kandla, Guwahati, JNPT, Ambala, Chennai, New Delhi. So there are various locations, 35 locations. And for this project, specific SPVs shall be formed. And the role of the RVNL will be design, planning, preparation of DPR, feasibility studies, and then execution, that is the implementation and commissioning. So this is a very good work which is going to come up in time to come. We have signed this MOU on 1st of September 2021 only. So this is number one. Number two, regarding the, basically you said that we have started getting works or bidding in some other sectors. In this connection, we have received 3 work orders for the consultancy work on behalf of NHIDCL. It is located in Mizoram and Nagaland. We are having presence at 38 locations, 25 locations, 38 PIUs. PIUs means project implementation units. We were not having the presence in that particular region, Nagaland, Mizoram. So we thought we should get some work over there, and we should have the presence over such locations. So we have got that. Regarding getting the infrastructure works for other sectors, as I said in the beginning that RVNL is the first CPSE for design, conceptual things, then the implementation and commissioning of metro corridors. We have got 1 metro corridor commissioned in the month of February 2021, which was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister. And we have, till date, we have participated in 3 bids for metro construction. And I'm happy to inform that for 1 bid costing about 1,000 crores plus, we are the only successful bidder qualified technically. This has basically come out yesterday evening only. So this 1,000 crore plus, and we have participated in 3 bids, which is costing about more than 2,000, approximately 2,000 crores. In the beginning, I also said that there is another model of execution of projects. We call it as special purpose vehicles. We are in the process of making or reviving 7 or 8 SPVs. And 2 SPVs are basically, we have found it to be bankable. And we are hopeful that those business will also come to us. There is a company called Bastar Rail Company Limited. IRCON was one of the partners for the SPV. And now Ministry of Railway has asked, and Bastar Rail Company Limited has also requested us to participate in that particular SPV. That will fetch a business of more than 1,000 crores. And we are in the stage of finalization of the scheme of entering into the SPV for the exit of IRCON from that particular SPV. So this SPV model is also working very well. We have generated revenue to the extent of 76,000 crores for Ministry of Railways without a single paise investment by Ministry of Railways. And one of the questions during this meeting was that commissioning of railway electrification, and I said that this particular project is being implemented using the earning made by the special purpose vehicles. So the Kutch Rail Company Limited, from its own resources, we are doing the doubling for a length of 300 kilometers and costing about 2,500 crores plus. So you can imagine that this SPV model is the real future of the Indian railway infrastructure building. And RVNL is the pioneer in building such railway infrastructures. So in time to come, we see the basically business in the other sectors like road sector, for which we have got few work orders, the metro construction in the country, for which we are going to one order maybe in next 3 to 4 days time, because we are the only bidder technically qualified. It is already there in their website. And we are further bidding. We are also eyeing for some business in the foreign countries. So I personally feel that RVNL will have a very good future in time to come. And as I said in the beginning, that we have got the expertise in making railway infrastructures, which are very complicated, complex, and requires a lot of coordination and interface works.
Got it. I have few more questions around this, what you've mentioned, but I'll give a chance first to Mr. Bharat Taparia. Please go ahead and I'll take up my question.
Yeah, hello Rajesh ji and all present. I must firstly congratulate RVNL entire team and board for having performed very well. The way company has grown in the last 10 years is extremely commendable, and the kind of timely execution in such complex projects and in a country like in a democratic country like us could be difficult, but RVNL has really done very well on this front. So my question was that firstly, there was a pending OFS. So when is that likely going to take place? Hello,
Of 9.
I'm not able to hear.
Yeah. Now, is it possible? Now are you getting me?
Yeah.
The IPO came in April 2019, 12.16% disinvestment, followed by the OFS of 9.64% in April 2021. And further disinvestment, it is the prerogative of Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Railways.
So, but is there a deadline as per SEBI?
As I said, it is the prerogative of Ministry of Finance and Ministry of.
Yeah, but maybe SEBI has a deadline or something.
See, mandatory is once we go for IPO, mandatory is 25%. So that limit we have already achieved. 28.
No, so you are 3% less. You
Okay.
need to.
Maybe 3, yes, 3%. What decision they will take on this, we can decide. They can decide it.
So has SEBI put a deadline on this that by this time it needs to be done?
No, there is no deadline. At least we are not aware of. We are not.
So can we expect this sometime close or what seems to be the way forward?
See, as mentioned by Mr. Rajesh, this is completely prerogative of the government, what decision they take. So, as far as we are concerned, what we have been told is for the time being, this issue is over.
Okay. Okay, there was one case that was going with arbitration case with Indian Railways. So what is the status of the same, and what does the company expect, and by when can it be concluded?
The case is not between RVNL and Ministry of Railways. It is between the SPV, Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited, and Ministry of Railways. So that arbitration is progressing, and in fact, we are hopeful that this arbitration should be finalized early. So what will happen, what result will come out of arbitration is not possible to guess. It will be not advisable to guess. But yes, the case of Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited looks quite strong.
So if the company, the SPV wins, RVNL has what percentage in the SPV?
It is around 49.5%. 49.5%.
And the case is some 3,000 plus crores.
No. The equity is around 1,039 crore.
No, the arbitrage, the disputed amount is about,
No,
what is
sorry,
the,
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
It is about 1,200.
I was not able to hear you.
No, arbitration.
Claim, the original claim was 1,200 crores. 1,300 crores. Approximately 1,300 crores.
Let us give a correct figure.
अच्छा, मैं just a minute, I'll give you.
We will give you correct figure now.
Uh, yeah, the total claims which have been filed originally was the 1,018 crores, and then a person earning 418 crores. So it is approximately 1,400 crores.
And out of that, 49% would belong to RVNL.
Yes, 49.76%.
And if this is one also, then would it go further to courts and high courts and Supreme Court? Is this a long affair?
It can be, it may not be. It depends on the parties, who is winning, who is losing. So it will be very difficult to make a prediction on that.
Okay, but this arbitration, so when is the next arbitration hearing?
The last hearing took place on 16th of July, and the pleading has been completed in the month of February 2021. Next hearing, we will have to check, maybe 1 or 2 months later.
Okay. And the result could come by your end?
Yeah, normally as per the prevailing Arbitration Act norms, it has to be completed within 1 year of the date of completing the pleading. And in this case, pleading has been completed in February 2021. So we expect that by February 22 of it should come out for sure.
Okay. And y'all are giving, I mean, distributing good dividends. So do you all have a particular minimum dividend policy, or and what kind of dividends investors can expect going forward, shareholders?
This year we had a dividend of 35% of profit after tax. So this will remain, hopefully this should be either at this level or higher.
Okay. And so assuming, so I mean, people have also asked earlier that going forward in the next 1-2 years, what value of orders are we expecting from Indian Railways? And with the present order book, even if some I mean, maybe lesser orders are also received, by how long can we expect to grow with the current orders?
And we are having the present order book of 70,000 crores plus. So with the existing orders, we can continue for 5 years, 4 to 5 years. And as I mentioned that we are in the process of making few special purpose vehicles. We are in the process of getting work orders for the metro construction. In one tender, we are already a technically qualified single bidder costing about 1,000 crores. We have already entered into the road consultancy. We have got 3 work orders on behalf of NHIDCL. We have signed an MOU with NHIDCL. So we expect that in a year, maximum 1 year to 2 years, other than Ministry of Railways, we will get an order book of 5,000 crores.
Okay. And these orders again will be on commission basis or consultancy fee basis or project cost basis only?
the consultancy contracts which we have received on behalf of NHIDCL, it is not on the nomination basis. It was a special limited tender called by NHIDCL, and we have kept margins. We have participated in bids, and we have got the work orders. Similarly, for the metro constructions, we have gone to the market and we have participated based on our credentials, which we have got in last 10 years. And that is not on the nomination basis.
So going forward, you would be affected by increase in cost or decrease in cost, or it would be similar, like
it is first of all, it is not a nomination basis. The things will change based on the contractual conditions. There we have got some price variations, but again, we have now made a new business development cell, and it is again a dynamic process, and we'll have to keep track on the developments and the kind of situations we have entered in.
okay. And the existing SPVs that the company has invested into, what growth can we expect from them going forward if the COVID situation improves or with things opening up?
Now,
And on the bottom line.
Now, I'll tell you a few things about some of the SPVs, since you have asked about the performance of the SPVs. So I will start with the Kutch Rail Company Limited. Now, if you see the Kutch Rail Company Limited, in FY21, it has transported 1,853 rakes in the month of January 21, which was an all-time record. And this has again been broken in the month of June 2021 when we transported 1863 rakes. And again, it was surpassed in the month of July 21, 1984 rakes. So we have been working on increasing the traffic. And now, if you see the total traffic which this particular SPV has carried till 31st March 2021 is 413 million tons. And during this current financial year, it is approximately 10 million tons. So approximately 423 million traffic it has carried since its inception. So this is one such example. I will cite another example, this HPRCL, this Haridaspur Paradeep Rail Limited. This was commissioned in the month of July 31st July 2020, and in FY21 it had carried 3988 rakes, and in the current financial year it has already carried till July 2642 rakes, and it has changed the dynamics of the basically rail transportation in that particular sector. So these SPVs are playing a very big role in improving the transportation, the dynamics of the transportation, and in time to come, you will see that more and more SPVs are coming for building railway infrastructures and for creating the basically capacity augmentation of the Indian railway networks.
Okay, so going forward, what is the addition in the bottom line we could expect from these SPVs?
See, we have got, if you see the equity share of these SPVs, as I said in the beginning, that these SPVs have generated 76,000 crores of revenue for Indian Railways without any investment by Ministry of Railways. And if you see the equity contribution of RVNL in these SPVs, we have got 50% in Kutch Rail Company Limited. We have got 35.46% in VDRCL, that is the Bharuch Dahej Rail Company Limited. We have got 49.76% equity in Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited. We have got 28.67% in Haridaspur Paradeep Rail Company Limited. We have got 32.37% in Angul Sukinda, which is likely to be commissioned by June 2022.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bharat. I think due to paucity of time, I think that was the last question. Uh, just before that, would you like to highlight anything on the pending receivables from Ministry of Railways in Krishnapatnam, and any change or revision in the guidance for full year that you have already given, and margins? So, if you could leave us with those thoughts, that would be great.
See, for increasing the efficiency of the Krishnapatnam Rail Company Limited, there are three receivables. Basically, see, there are two parts of Ankita. There are two parts of your question. One is receivable from Ministry of Railway.
Yes.
Other is receivable from Krishnapatnam.
Right. Right.
Ministry of Railway first. Ministry of Railway, it is a cyclic process. Up to October, November, normally we don't have any outstanding much left except the last bill, which is in the process of reimbursement. Yes, budget process are such that from December, January onwards, there are sometimes, at least for last 2-3 years, there have been some tight position on budget front. So our outstanding as on 31st March had gone high, which are with Ministry of Railway. But all those outstandings are cleared in first week of April itself. So it's just a matter of time and matter of basically account closing that these figures become high in the month of March. In other quarters, you will see there is not much of high figure.
Okay.
Regarding Krishnapatnam, see, as our director of operation has said, it has started improving in terms of loading and earning. Till last year, Krishnapatnam has been repaying its loan. That loan it has taken from bank, 5 banks are there and Aditya Birla. So they have been able to repay their principal as well as interest with the lower traffic level. But with the increased traffic level, the earnings should go up and they should be in a position to pay us maybe in installments. We have already impressed upon the management, Krishnapatnam management, to pay us as much as possible, even if it is not full at a time. Secondly, we are also hopeful that after this arbitration comes is finalized and the judgment goes in favor of Krishnapatnam, then at one go they will be able to clear most of our receivable amount.
800 crores.
Yeah.
Right. And sir, on the guidance part, if you could highlight the guidance for full year, do we maintain 18,000-19,000 crore of top line and similar 5.5-6% margins for FY22?
As we have conveyed during these discussions that we are planning to have around 19,000 to 20,000 crores capex this year, and the same thing we hope to continue.
And sir, on the margins also, if similar margins.
In the same proportion, the margins will increase. It's on a fixed that 8.5%.
Sure, sure. And possibility that new projects come in with better margins than what we are reporting currently.
So that is what was explained, that we have ventured into areas which were, till now we have not gone into that, like metros, then national highway, then NHIDCL. Definitely those margins will depend on our efficiency, and those margins I'm sure will be much higher than 8.5%.
Oh, perfect. Look forward to a good growth in the business going forward. We had one question. Pranay, do you have a question? He had raised hand earlier. Pranay, do you have a question? We are not able to hear you.
I think the question can be emailed. We'll
Yeah,
reply to it. We'll reply to it.
Sure, sure. I'll ask him to send his questions to me. Great, sir. That was it from our side. Sorry for the inconvenience in the start of the call, but yes, we do. We will look forward to reconnect with you and closely watch the progress from a railways company to a non-railway and much more diversified RVNL company going forward. And we will be closely monitoring your progress and wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much and for your nice words. And I must thank Mr. Bharat Kapadia. He spoke very nice words for RVNL. So thank you so much. Thank you each and everyone for giving us a very patient listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the entire team. Thank you. And thank you all participants.
Thank you.